This video shows a few examples of Morrocco Media's MTB sports video analysis service using footage from the Fort William World Cup. Our service can blend two images together to compare performances. Here, G and Greg are well matched to this corner, and then G emerges a full bike length up, which he maintains until the end, and this translates into a third of a second gain in just one corner. Here, Gwyn is actually up on G until the same corner, but G manages to pull a half a bike length lead. Here, Sam is up on G going into the corner, but G pulls out a half a bike length lead again. But this time, Sam comes back at G, and in this final corner, pulls level with G by getting on the power earlier. We can also track riders using the blending tool. Here, Remy is up on Joe initially, but Joe carries greater speed through the corner and pulls out half a bike length lead, which he then extends on the straight. We can display up to 4 side-by-side videos, which very quickly tells us which line choice is fastest. However, by blending the slowest and fastest riders, this really allows us to see why the rider in black and yellow was fastest. At this point they are still level, but the faster rider takes a wider line, allowing him to take a straighter line into the final part of the corner, turning in, illustrated with some of the analytical tools in the software, and looking further around the corner earlier, gaining a third of a second. Here, Mark Beaumont, unlike the rider on the red helmet, doesn't attempt to clear the rocks, but slows down and sets up for the next corner, allowing him to carry more speed through the rest of this rocky section. Our service allows those key differences to be identified and their consequences to be quantified. Here, the rider in red and black, who lost time in the rocky section, then straight lines the fast part of the course and makes up the full bike length he lost in the previous section. This difference in line choice is easily spotted using our service. This clip demonstrates technique differences between G and Remy. G lowers his centre of gravity and pushes it back. Remy is looking down at the ground while G looks forward. And this allows G to take a straighter and faster line through the apex of the corner and carry more speed into the next section. And if we blend the two images, we can see in real time how this translates into time gain. The rider on the top right here is looking well around the corner before anyone else, so he is prepared earlier and is faster through the corner. The Stroll Motion tool allows us to analyse technique in more detail, especially for jumps. Here we compare 4 riders in the same corner, but looking more closely at the slowest versus fastest, the rider on the left is pumping the bike into the corner and is able to get on power sooner and accelerate faster out of the corner. As a final example, we can look at jump technique. The rider on the pink bike is almost 80 centimeters higher in the air over the first tabletop, but as we can now see, going higher over every jump is losing him valuable time down the motorway. Morrocco Media now have a Sony FS700, which can film at 960 frames per second. Please visit morroccomedia.com for more details and do get in touch.